for the love of paper, and I'm here with a process video for you. This one I did for my load day 3 for May, so this was just a couple of weeks ago, and I have used one of the kits that I'd made up at the beginning of the year. This layout is titled You Make Me Laugh, which was the prompt for the day, something that makes you laugh or smile or something like that. So I think I did there's the photos. So the photos are a series of photos that Sam and I took one day when we were sitting on the couch. I gave him a kiss and then he asked for a picture to be taken, and then he kept making some funny faces and I just kept snapping the camera. And yeah, so I've had these photos printed for ages that I knew I wanted to scrap them. So it just really fitted with the theme or the prompt for day 3, I think it was. I'm not sure where all the papers are from because they were just random pieces pulled out of my stash at the beginning of the year. I think this is maybe the 10th or 12th layout I have done from my kits. So I'm almost at 1 a week, I think. I can't remember what week we're up to now, but I'm almost at 1 a week for the year, which is where I plan to get to. So this layout, I wanted to do them all in a row, like along the bottom or the middle of the page, but they were just too wide, and I didn't want to cut them down anymore. So then they kind of just formed themselves into this little square pattern, and that was a Project Life filler card. It was one of the Stampin' Up ones. That's the green one with the white spots on it, and it just fitted perfectly. All the photos and the little journaling card just happened to fit into the right position. And then I pulled out this piece of paper, the one that's got Brave, Hello, Magic, all of that sort of stuff on it, and they just fitted spot on onto that piece of paper, and I was just like, oh wow, okay, this is how it was meant to be. It just sort of all fell into place. Like I had, other than I wanted all the photos to be in a line, that was what I started with, that I wanted the layout to look like, and this was not what I had envisioned at all, but I love it, and I think I love it even more than had I gone with my original plan. Everything just fell into place and worked perfectly. So yeah, I wanted to be able to see the words that were on that layout, but then once I got them on there, it didn't matter. I loved it. It was cool. You can still see little bits of the yellow and things poking out from behind the photos, just enough to tie into the background, but that's it. So I went and cut the middle out of that black piece of paper. I think that was an old Stampin' Up paper, maybe, possibly. So I went and cut the middle out of that because I thought I could use it to make another photo mount for the back of these photos to kind of tie everything in together, which then meant everything wasn't quite to size, which is always a little bit annoying, but I didn't lose, much of my photos, and it still worked out really well. And I love this paper. This was one from Links of Life scrapbooking kit that I had got last year, and that was, I'd used a portion of the bottom, and this was a leftover piece, which is really, really cool. And I really did love the other side of that, but this just worked so much better for the layouts that I do. So of course, trying to line this up and getting it just right. And if you've watched my videos before, you know that I am a bit of a perfectionist and like to get things just so, and they have to line up. Yeah, so trimming the little bits of the edges off. And I think part of my blade on that, the guillotine, is just a little bit dull. It's only one little part of it. The rest cuts perfectly, so I think I'm going to have to, it is meant to be self-sharpening, and I've had it for like 3-4 years and it still cuts like a dream except this one little part. I'm going to have to go and see if I can get it sharpened. I don't even know where I would go to get a blade sharpened, but I will investigate and find out. So popping down that first photo mount. I think that's another Stampin' Up paper. Possibly, actually no, I don't think it was, because it was only one-sided. I don't know where that yellow one is from. Then I do end up trimming all my photos down again so that they can fit on the layout. And I am really loving Load. This is the first time I've done the layout a day challenge. I was asked by my friend Shell if I could join in with her, and I'm actually really enjoying it. The prompts are quite challenging. Like I've struggled with it, and we're only on we must be day 8. The prompt hasn't even come out yet as I'm doing this, and I've struggled with a couple of them, but I actually have kind of liked the challenge of scrapbooking something I wouldn't normally scrap. Like this one here is not, these, as I said, I had printed these to scrap anyway, but some of the other photos that I've done are things that I wouldn't have scrapbooked. I wouldn't even have thought to scrapbook them, but I have, and I've enjoyed it, even if I haven't loved the layout. Like there's been a couple that I haven't absolutely loved the layout, but I've really enjoyed doing it. So it's been an awesome challenge, and I will hopefully, actually no, not hopefully, I will definitely be doing the next one. So I'll put my hand up now to say that I will be doing the next one. And it's getting heaps of layouts done. It's awesome. I mean, 30 done this month, or 31 this month, and that's over half my year done in 1 month, which is great. So I think I will easily do my layout a week challenge this year as well, which is pretty cool. Yeah, I will try and do at the end of this, next month, so we're May now, so in June, I will do a flip through of all 31 layouts that I did do for my layout a day, and I will put that all into a video. I haven't done process videos for all of them, just because it's too time consuming for me at the moment to try and record and edit and voice over and upload. My internet is rubbish, as most of you know, so it just takes too darn long to get them uploaded. So I can't physically do the layouts, the process videos for all of them, but I will do a flick through of the ones that I have done, and I will note the ones that were kits that I'd created to start with at the beginning of the year. If you haven't watched my putting a kit together video, it is in my playlist, I think, or if it's not, I will link it in the description down below. So I wanted to put some more papers behind this, and I had pulled these out as part of the kit, and it just didn't work. It just made it too busy. There was too many colors going on, so I just left it as it is. It's a very, very simple layout. It's what, 3 pieces of paper, or sorry, 4 pieces of paper and 5 photos. That's it. And then I do add a couple of embellishments, but I don't go crazy with it, and it's just a nice simple layout. And I don't usually do lots of photos on a layout either. I'm very much a 1 or 2 photos on a layout person. But another thing this Load has done, it has got me to use more than 1 photo on a page. I think all bar 1 layout that I've done have had, multiple photos on a page, which is really stepping outside my comfort zone a lot, and I like that. And I actually like how this turned out. This is probably one of my favorite layouts I've done in a while, and it has 5 photos on it. That's huge for me. 5 photos on 1 page is crazy. But yeah, I don't know, I like it, so I might try and do some more, hopefully, with the multiple photos. Now that little, it says love on it. I don't know where I got it from. I cut it out from something, a paper, I think, I don't know. And it's been in my stash for ages, and I thought I was never going to use it. In fact, I think I've even thrown it in the bin once before and then gone, no, wait, I'll keep that and I'll use it. So it finally got on a page, and then I just punched it down into a square shape and mounted it on some more of that teal coloured paper. It matches the journaling card that's in the spot there. And I wanted to put another little piece in there, but it just didn't work. I didn't like it. It was too much. The photos they didn't need anything more added to them, really. I can't remember what that says. You might be able to read it better than I can on the little screen. And I don't have the layout in front of me. I'm sorry. So I don't know what that other embellishment says. That one there. It's like a canvas piece. I think it was one from Amy Tan, possibly. One of her older collections that I've had floating around. I just like the colours. I love that colour. It's one of my favourite colours at the moment. And I matched it up with, in the photos, you probably can't tell on here, but there's a cushion which matches that tealy colour in the background of the photo. And then there's also a window in the photo, and that's kind of the way the light is. It's kind of quite yellow, and they matched almost perfectly to the papers that I had used in this kit. So it just, I don't know, as I said before, this layout just came together. Like, I couldn't have planned it any better than how it came together. Excuse me. Sorry about that. So just another little embellishment cluster down in that bottom corner. I think it's only two or three little pieces that I add down there. It just needed something else. So then I've kind of got the triangle of embellishments happening on the page, which is always good for visual interest. I'm not sure what that piece was. And then I did try and faff around and put some other embellishments in, but they just didn't work. They weren't needed, and they just looked too much, like I was trying to put too much on a page. And sometimes less is more, I think, especially when it comes to scrapbooking. I know some people are on the more is more thing, like you can never have too many embellishments, but I'm on kind of a minimalistic approach at the moment to how I'm doing my scrapbooking. So just putting in the title. Sorry, I had to cut the video. I think I walked away from the cat and left the camera going for a while, so that's why that's edited out. And just making up my title, You Make Me Laugh, which is super appropriate because he does make me laugh almost every day. I mean, the days when he's not being highly annoying. Yeah, I'm not sure what else to say. I don't think I really did much else to this layout. Oh, I tried to move that laugh down there, but it just blended in too much. I mean, I can't even see that on there. Yeah, no. I'm pretty sure I take it off. Oh, I remember what I do. I actually take that off altogether, and I bring out some other alphas. It's the same alpha shape, like, I don't know, font, that's the word I want, same font, but they're a craft letter sticker. So I just used my ink pad and inked them up so they were black letters to match the other words in the title, and then I could put them on that green bit, and it kind of filled in that space. Like, I was going to journal on that green card, but I haven't, and I didn't really know what to say. It kind of, there wasn't really anything that happened in that photo, in these series of photos. There wasn't anything special about why we took them or where we were. We were just at home, so I didn't really have any journaling. The photos kind of just spoke for themselves, and the title, I think, was enough journaling for this particular layout. So because I wasn't going to put the journaling in there, I decided to move part of the title down there to fill in that little spot. And I had to glue them down because they're quite old thickers, and they just don't have much stick anymore. Like, most of them are falling off the acetate sheet that they came on. And I think that's the layout done, actually. Oh, what am I doing here? Cleaning that up. I don't know what I can't remember. Sorry, I filmed this a few days ago and I can't remember what I did. Oh, I do know. I cut that down. It was too much yellow for me up the top. It just didn't quite look right. So I trimmed the yellow down and the green. And then I just put it back in the exact same spot that it was in, only it was a little bit shorter. And I think that is the layout done. So I will thank you all for watching, and I will catch you in the next video. Bye!